Hello, hello, everyone. It's Shelly with Couture. I'm an independent designer, and we are live. It's been a while. I missed you guys. Today's demo will be a fun one, I think. We're going to play with our cutting boards. Say hi as you hop on. Let's wait for our texting notification to go out. If you'd like to be notified with a text every time I go live, go ahead and comment with the word text. We'll start shortly. All right, our texting system went out. All right. Hello, hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy belated Christmas wishes. I hope you guys had a beautiful Christmas. And now we prep for New Year's, right? It just goes like that. It goes so quickly. But we're going to jump ahead into the season of love. And I was going to do a cute little cutting board that you can set up against your wall or hang against a wall. It's small enough where it's just a cute little accent. You can also use these on your tier trays. So many uses. So let's just dig in. Gosh, I've been so darn busy. We've been just traveling like crazy. So we are home. I am exhausted. How about you guys? Whew. Lots going on. All right. Let's go ahead and get our cutting board open. If you need it, there is a link in the description of the video. It is called Feb 14 cutting board. That will kind of throw a couple of these items into your cart, and then you can go ahead and add if you need tools or paste or anything like that. If you are a VIP member, we are on day 5 of the 12 Days of Christmas event. If you would like to be a part of it, go ahead and comment VIP and we will get you in there. So you could take advantage of all kinds of good promos that are specifically with me, not Couture sponsored. Throw our garbage away. All right, so we have our cutting board here. We are using the Circle of Love transfer. This is usually used with our tiered tray, but we're going to use the small hearts pattern. And then we're also going to use the Feb 14th from the XOXO Be Mine transfer. Okay, so let's go get everything out, get it cut up. Hello, Miss Susan. Thank you. It was my birthday yesterday. 3 days after Christmas. All right, so we're not going to use this one, so we're going to put that back. How was your Christmas? Tell me all about it. All right, so we'll put that aside. So we're going to use this pattern. And then let's go ahead and open up our XOXO Be Mine. And we'll get that one out too. All right, so we have finally thawed out here. We're supposed to be in the 50s this week. And by the weekend, I think we're close to 60, which is crazy. We got hit with those blizzard conditions like a day before Christmas, or a day before Christmas Eve. Whew, and we've been freezing, and now it's finally getting warmer. Everything's melting. All right, so we'll do the February 14th. All right, first things first, guys. This feels kind of smooth, but I don't think I'm going to go ahead and sand it. It feels pretty smooth. Plus, we're going to paint the top part a little bit, and then we can wax the bottom before we actually do our chalking. Crazy with lots of pivots. Isn't that the truth? All right, we're going to do the top portion with ooh, that's not mixed, with a white, or kind of like an off-white. Let's see, what color do they call this? They call it cashmere. A cashmere white paint. Let me get that all mixed up. And then we'll chalk the rest. All right, I think that should be good. Let it drip off the lid here. All right, we're also going to use our transfer tape. Let me get that out of the way here. So let's do this. We're going to use this pattern. And what I thought I would do is just do the top part with the cute little heart pattern. I think, let's see. Trying to see how far I want it to go down. The February 14th will come to the bottom, I think about here. I don't know that I'll have any of the hearts go up top. So I think I'm going to bring that down. We can bring these two down. And then, let's see. I think I'll put the tape right about here. So I'm going to grab my transfer tape. All right, and I'm going to measure that again just to kind of give myself an idea of where I want that. So if I do these two hearts right about there, I'm going to line my cutting board with my mat. So that'll keep it straight for me. And then, let's see. I think I want my tape to go like right about here. So I'm going to concentrate on that line there. So I'm going to come across here and just go straight across. And then just tear that off. Okay. Press that down nice and flat. And we're going to paint this top part. So I'm going to go ahead and use a foam brush. And we'll just take all that paint that got stuck in the lid here. And usually when I'm painting with transfer or placement tape, I start on the tape and go away from it because I don't want to force any paint underneath. All right, this will give us a nice crisp straight line. All right, we'll just take this all the way up. This is a really nice white. It's nothing, it's not too bright of a white, but it is bright enough. Okay. All right, I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and give it a quick dry here. I think I'm only going to do one coat. Let's see if there's paint streaks, because I kind of like when the wood grain comes up through the paint, but we'll see if this white is kind of streaky. Sometimes a foam brush will leave it very streaky. So let's just see how it looks. I think I'm going to do a second coat just to give it a little more body. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some more paint. Again, paint away. Take a little bit of a paper towel here. A little bit of pieces parts here. Some paint crumbs from the lid. So I'm trying to take those off. Oh yeah, I like this second coat better. I'm being very light with my touch, almost just kind of dragging the weight of the foam brush. Okay, I think that should do it. Let's go ahead and get it dried up again. If you're watching, say hello. Again, if you would like text messages as I go live, go ahead and comment text and we'll get you all signed up for that. I am having my 12 Days of Christmas event in my VIP group. If you'd like to be a part of that, go ahead and comment VIP and I will get you invited. Got some really good daily deals. See if we can get this to dry a little quicker. It looks wet. It kind of has I wouldn't say a satin finish, but kind of I can't think of the word. It's kind of shiny, but not. It's hard to explain. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Nice and dry. Let's go ahead and take that tape off. Look at that nice crisp line it leaves behind. All right. Now we'll go ahead and grab our wax. We'll go ahead and pick up some wax. And right now I'm just going to wax the bottom part where we didn't paint. All right, I didn't sand it or anything. We're just waxing it as is. Then I'm going to go ahead. Look how it must have been dusty. I'm going to turn it inside out. We're going to grab a little more wax, and now I'm going to do the painted part. I just didn't want to do the painted part and then bring some white paint down just in case it would have come off. Okay, let's throw that out. Let's get a clean paper towel here. All right, let's get that nice and waxed. And then we're going to buff the bottom as well. Okay. Close this up. Let's close our paint up. All right, so I chose Current Jam and Bright White to do our design on. Let's go ahead and label this. This is Circle of Love. Circle of Love, and I'm going to say, this is the bottom, right? Yes, this is the bottom tray. All right. Let's go ahead now. Because we've waxed, we don't have to do any kind of fuzzing with our transfers. So I'm going to go ahead and place this. So we know where the white line ends. I'm going to kind of bring that up. And you know, it doesn't really matter if it's kind of crooked. I do kind of want to have it somewhat lined up with the bottom here. I think I'm going to go... Let's just move it and see. I like that little section of hearts there. All right, I think I'm going to go right there. All right, we're just going to rub that down. You want to make sure it's rubbed down nice and flat against your surface so that any chalk paste doesn't get under there. Open our paste here. All right, and then we're just going to go chalk away. Now, right here is that little hole area where if on your tiered tray there's a pole that goes from the top tiered tray to the bottom. So we want to make sure that we don't chalk that part. Otherwise, you're going to have this weird little half circle outline. So I'm just going to put my finger there just to remind myself not to chalk there. All right. You want to stay on your transfer material. Try not to go off it. Okay. Everything's covered. Let's put our excess back. And now I'm going to go ahead and go over it again. Careful going up here if this is how you have it laid out on yours. All right. All right, excess back. And then we can peel that. Oh goodness, how cute is that? So cute, so cute. Let's get that dry. I probably will come in and put a little one on the top there just to give it a little more, I don't know, to make it look more balanced to me. I will put a little heart at the top. Let's get these dry real quick. All right. Let's just turn it briefly here. And I am just going to grab any heart. And I think we'll just do this one right here, I think. I think that's a good spot for it. I'm going to barely pick anything up at all. And we're just going to chalk that one little heart. Okay. And then remove. There we go. That looks so much more balanced to me. Let's get that dry. Okay. And we're going to come in and do our February 14th. And I'm going to kind of bring it up above a little bit. And then this way I can kind of see how it's centered. There's right there is at the top of the white. So I can kind of make sure I'm level. I can kind of shift. Then I'm going to bring it down. You can bend your transfer over to see exactly actually how much space you have. I think I'm going to bring it down a little bit more, just so it's a little more even. I can see through the transfer, so I can see that white paint. So that kind of gives me a visual line where I can see if it's actually tilted or if it's straight on. I think at this point we have to go left just a smidge. Let's see how that looks. Again, bend your transfer over and you can visually see if it's balanced. If it's close, I'm okay with that. Just shift that a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. Rub that down. All right. Now, do I do white or do I do the current jam? The current jam is a darker color. That's why I chose to do it on the white so you can really see it. I feel like it'll blend into the wood a lot more. So I think I'm going to go with white. Let's see. If I do white first, we can offset it. Let's do that. Let's offset. So if that's the case, I need to offset my transfer to begin with. So I'm going to bring it down and to the left. Let me make sure that's level. All right, so I brought it to the left and down a little bit. And then when we come in the second color, we're going to kind of go up and to the right a little bit. And then it'll give it that edge or an offset outline. All right, and then we're going to do, let's see, so if I do white, that'll be my outline. I'm trying to think what color I want my outline to be. Let's do white. Let's try that. Or, you know, we could even kind of change things up with both colors here. Let me get a squeegee here. All right, we're going to just try something here. We're going to kind of do two different offsets here. Just to see, we're experimenting here. All right, so 14 is in the white. We're going to do Feb in our current jam. We'll go ahead and wash our transfer. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Cute, cute. All right. Let's go ahead and get this dry. We'll wash the transfer, and then what we'll do is the opposite colors a second time, slightly offsetting it so that you'll see like that'll be the color behind and that'll be the color behind. And we'll just flip-flop them. Say hello, guys, if you're hopping on. If you like today's demo, give me a red heart. I truly would appreciate that. And Facebook will know that this is valuable information to you. And it will show you more things like this. All right, let's put that aside. And we're gonna wash the transfer real quick right here. All right, so I'm gonna grab my water. And this is just regular tap water. Whenever you're cleaning, you can just go ahead and use regular water. If you are trying to thin out your paste in the actual jar of paste, then you want to use like a distilled water or a bottled water or a refrigerator filtered water. Otherwise, you can use anything. All right, so what I do is I get it wet so that I can bring the dried paste back up to a wet paste. And this just takes off that top layer. All right, so I kind of just spin it around. We get whatever we can off. Okay, throw that in my garbage. Let's grab another wipe. I use just antibacterial wipes. If you are going to use other wipes such as baby wipes, please make sure they don't have, there are those pure and clear ones, that they don't have any chemicals or lotions or anything like that, because that will not be good for your transfer. All right, so now we're just doing the back side. And you can see there's a little bit of staining in the word Feb. So we're just going to go ahead and take our board eraser. We're going to get as much of that as we can out. Same with the 14. All right, you want to make sure your silkscreen mesh is nice and clean. And then we'll take a little bit off the top too here. The white came off real nice. The current jam did stain quite a bit, but I don't mind if my transfer is stained. I just want to make sure that my silkscreen mesh is nice and clean. Okay. So many things to talk about, guys. We have a ton of items in our specials category that are up to 70% off. Holy moly. I mean, there's some things like our Christmas tree cutout. I want to say, or not the cutouts, but the cutting board. I want to say that's like $5. It's so super duper cheap now. So make sure you're going to that specials category. Also check out the last chance category. And then if you're a club member, make sure you're grabbing that Valentine's treat kit, because you get an extra 10% off. If you guys need any more info on any of that, just go ahead and type info, and I will give you all the deets. All right, let's bring this back. I'm going to just wave it in the air a little bit, make sure it's nice and dry. And because I've actually used it once, it is super, I mean, we're talking super duper sticky. I can't reach that. It's all buried. So let's go ahead. We're going to just fuzz it a time or two on my shirt. We did wax the board, but we haven't waxed the other chalk. So we're going to do that too. Okay. I'm just going to put that aside. Let's go ahead and lightly wax what we've done. And why do we do that? Because when I chalk on top of a layer of chalk, you want to make sure that you don't bring it back up. So I'm just going to lightly go over, and I'm going to move that. I'm going to turn that inside out, and we're going to try that again. I'm going to do the 14 first, because I noticed when I went over February, it started to turn pink. So all right, this will also keep that white. All right, now we're just going to do a little bit of the February lightly. I am not scrubbing. I am lightly applying it and then lightly just going over it. Okay, you can see how much that took off. All right, now we can chalk on top. All right, so here is where we were. So I'm going to go up. Here's where we were. I'm going to go up a little bit and over a little bit. Up and over. All right. I'm going to lightly rub that down, and I'm going to come in real nice and close so you guys can see. Can you see how I've done that? Can you see the board on top of that current jam? And you can really see it really well with the number. You could see the wood coming through. So that will be colored, and anything you see will be the opposite color. So then the white for down here will be slightly offset with the current jam on top, and then vice versa with the word Feb. Okay. All right, so down here goes our current jam. So let's pick some of that up. All right, so we're going to go over. All right. Let's go ahead and just apply a little more pressure, get that excess off. Perfect. Back in the jar. Let's get our white on top of Feb. Get that excess off. Be careful you don't run your white into that current jam. We are not doing a hot mess tonight or an ombre. Are you guys ready? Okay. The background makes the words and the numbers really pop, and it brings all those colors together. Oh my gosh, I love that. That turned out so well. So happy. So happy that turned out. What do you guys think? Do you like this offset look? Another reason why you want to wax in between chalk layers is because, especially with white, when you put a color on top of it, it tends to kind of blend into that color. So like these hearts would turn a light pink eventually over time, okay? So it's kind of nice to put that layer of wax. There's a layer in there, so it's kind of like a layer of saran wrap or something. It's just a protective layer. So there is our cutting board. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love it. And that will just go in my kitchen. I'll lean it against my wall. I'll probably spray it with just a light layer of like a top coat in case it gets splashed or something in the kitchen. But that is it. That's today's demo, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you